Hey guys, it's Parzival, I also go by Will, and I am back with another sketchbook tour. I'm sorry for this weird shadow here. I'm not sure what's up with my lighting right now. I'm still filming during the day, but maybe it's because it's like 4:30ish where I am, so the light is sort of dimming, and I'm hoping to get this done before the light's gone for good. But we'll see how it goes. I have this rainbow cardstock sketchbook here today for us to go through. It is a thin sketchbook that I made as another break between longer sketchbooks, mostly because, if you guys remember my last sketchbook tour, I really didn't like the paper on that one, nor did I particularly like the one before that. And to be honest, the one I'm in doesn't really have the best paper quality either, so it's kind of disappointing, but I tend to make these thin sketchbooks as a bit of a breather between them because I enjoy just having a small one to fill. I like the feeling of filling a sketchbook forward to back, even if it's not very large, because it gives me a feeling of accomplishment, and it's sort of like, it's a visible step forward for me. So even if it's not a huge step, it's still a step forward. On the front here, and as I said earlier, I did make this sketchbook, so it's got a bunch of different colored rainbow cardstocks in there, and I will go through them when I get there. But on the front here, I have this vinyl sticker from Aisley Barbie. It's her Punk Usagi sticker. I have this flower sticker, and I have these two stickers from Berry Artistic, who is a fantastic artist, and these are Arrow Ace stickers, and I love them very much. And I think you should totally go and check out Barry's stuff. And I will link her and Aisley Barbie down in the description so that you guys can check out their things if you like these stickers on the front of this. That is not the front of the sketchbook, my bad. And then I just have these two random vinyl stickers that I have. I'm pretty sure that one's Hello Kitty based. I'm not sure what this is from. If anyone can recognize it, please let me know. Not really sure. This is a 14-sheet cardstock sketchbook. I started it on the 7th of November and ended it on the 17th. So this took me just under 10 days-ish. And that's actually pretty long for a sketchbook like this, but I've also been doing a lot of digital stuff, and there's been some stuff going on that I've been just trying to, like, sort out. So there was a break in between this when I was doing a lot of stuff, and there was 2 days in here when I was just working on a digital animation for like 2 days straight, so that kind of cut into my time on this one. But I started with this picture of Marcus. This is my sister's OC, and I will link my sister below. And I learned how to do roses with brush pen, and I really like how that looks, and traditional roses are always really hard for me, so I was pretty excited to try this method out, and I really like how that picture of Marcus looks. Overall, I actually really like how the sketchbook turned out anyway, but mostly the beginning, but it felt nice to work in something like this again. This is concept art of my character Hansel Braun. He is a fairy tale themed character originally made from a Rubyverse that I adopted from Luminary Witch, who I will link below. And he's themed after the Hansel and Gretel myth, fairy tale, obviously. Then I have some concept art of Luke in a poncho for an RP group that I'm in, because Luke has very boring clothes. This is some more concept art for a finished piece I did based on nightmares and Luke's past trauma. A mini comic for the RP group I'm in where Luke meets a wolf boy. Some more doodles of Luke and Lamb, and Luke again, obviously. Then this is a picture of Luke that I did with ink wash, and it is him singing a drunk sea shanty. And this red cardstock is actually really good. This is the Recollections cardstock. I actually normally don't use Recollections. This is a different kind of cardstock that I actually don't remember. I think it's a you know what? I'm gonna just have to link it below. But I generally get it in Amazon in bulk. It starts with an N though, but it's a little bit less thick than this one is. You can see if I try and fold it, it's a lot thicker and it snaps a lot more. This one doesn't really snap. It's thinner and not as stiff. And I actually do really like how this one feels. It's just a really nice stiff cardstock, and I honestly need to get more of this. Especially because it's got such a nice red color. I don't know what else I would draw on this, but it's really cool. And I really like how this picture turned out because I like how the tones came out and the white highlights for the speech bubbles. Then I have a picture of Sandoval here. Another picture of Sandoval. And just some a body sketch that I did on a post-it note that I stuck in there. More Sandoval and some Esme. And I've been trying to get back into just like sketching more fluidly. I wasn't really able to do a lot of stuff in my last sketchbook just because of the paper quality. So getting back into it is really a thing that I've been working on doing. Now currently, I mean, I generally work in more than one sketchbook. This is Esme and Sandoval talking about their fashion, and then my character Cameron. Generally, I work in more than one sketchbook at a time, regardless. But I really, really want to work on just getting back into the habit of filling a page with a bunch of different mediums. And so, while I have the current sketchbook I'm in right now, I'm probably going to be working. As I mentioned earlier, it doesn't have the best paper quality, so I can't really do that. And I'll talk about that when I get to it. But I'm probably going to be making a few other sketchbooks to screw around in while I'm doing that, so that I can keep up the momentum of things that I actually like doing with my sketchbooks. This, I had a bunch of black ink that I just splattered on the page because I want to see if I could make something out of that, or make something that looked nice even though it had ink splatter on the page. So I did a picture of my character Detivo, and he's like a villain type, so I thought that the ink splatter would look good with his just dramatic sort of stuff. And then some more Esme drawings. These are some Ellen sketches that I did for the RP group I'm in. And me picking up my sister's character Coffee, who is a beg because I love her. Some Neolands NPCs, and a character I haven't drawn in like 2 years. His name is Colden, and he is a detective, and he is a horrible person. Not because he's a detective, but some more Fates Thread stuff, some outfit concept art, because I have another villain that I was trying to design a new outfit for, and this is the end result of that. I did experiment with some blue instead of a brown base for the suit, because the cool colors would make it pop, and blue is a cold color, and cold colors also imply like heartlessness. But I do like how the brown looks a little bit better, because I feel like the brown makes it dirtier and makes the yellow look more like a dirty yellow, and like a I don't think rusty yellow is a term, but like a yellow you wouldn't really want to get towards. It's like a sickening one instead of a blue one. And then just some gestures and body studies. I drew some chibis. This is my character Alexei after he turned into a revenant, and my sister's character Marcus. Just some gesture drawings of another OC that I don't really use as often. And this is the end of it with Antonio again, and this is the blue that I tested out, and it looks kind of okay. And I tried to shift this yellow towards like a greenish yellow as opposed to a golden yellow. But I'm not super thrilled about how that turned out, but it's a worthy thing to practice and see if I like overall. And it's also more difficult to see on toned paper than on a white piece of paper. But yeah. And then I just have some more stickers here. SVA, that's where my little sibling goes. This is from Urban Essence, Transformers. And this is from Chameleon Tribe, a comic I don't currently follow, but I used to follow because I thought it was super cute. But yeah, it's really not a long sketchbook tour this week, but it's a sketchbook that I really enjoyed working in, and honestly, I really should make more of these just because I like working in sketchbooks like this, and regardless, I think it would, in general, I would recommend working in small sketchbooks like this, not in size, but in length, because I feel like when I was a younger artist, a newer artist, I always felt so intimidated by the giant sketchbooks, and oh gosh, how am I ever going to finish this? And I still kind of do, but definitely knowing that I can finish a sketchbook, even if it's a small, thin one, does really feel a lot better. But, as usual, thank you guys all for your support. I will link anyone I mentioned down below, and if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down in the description, or you can contact me on any of my social media, which is also down in the description below. Also, if you are interested in supporting me, you can check out my Patreon, where for $1 a month, you can see my daily sketchbooks, daily sketch dumps before they come here on YouTube, and generally get early access to most of my stuff. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Well, any support you guys want to give me. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time. Bye!